Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. And today I have for you a 1 vs 1 on Wrecked Train. Yes, indeed. It's been a bit of a while since we've seen a match on Wrecked Train. Rather curious map with some mirrored features, yet with some differences. Buildings right here, less resource on the other hand, eastern side, more resources. Less actual things that can help you defend, and there in the center lots of heavy cover, creating a nice blockade for some people. If handled properly, then again that can also be used against you if you're not too careful and your opponent is a bit too clever. So then, who will be fighting on here in the southern corner? We are seeing Massimilian fighting for the Americans' 1st Infantry Division, and going up against these chaps shall be Catorgie or Catorgie. I think I'll just refer to him as Catorgie, that sounds less offensive. But nonetheless, fighting for the, I don't know, let's say 116th Panzer Division, and not the clan, so kindly knock that off. It's just the actual division. So let us get to the fighting, and let us begin. Let us see what will happen. Barracks going up, so far nothing unusual. Wehrmacht quarters going up for Catorgie on the 116th. Again, nothing out of the unusual there. At least I'd hope not. Means something has suddenly changed. 116th Panzer Division was based partly on an old Panzer Grenadier Division which had suffered some losses on the Eastern Front, and a reserve Panzer Division which combined with the Panzer Grenadiers were formed into the 116th Panzer Division, which had a bit of a mix of old tanks, some newer tanks, and a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers. Under the command, I believe, of one of... No, wait. I'm wrong. Sorry. Ignore those last few bits there. Americans heading out securely, securing what they can. Riflemen on the way for Massimilian. And Volksgrenadier is up for Catorgie and the 116th Panzer Division. We'll have to see where this goes. So far all quiet, no engagements. Although looks like the Volksgrenadiers do have a plan. And yes, Massimilian is facing off against a rather high level Wehrmacht commander. I believe he was level 15 at the time. And Wrecked Train does seem to have a bit of a tendency of apparently being favored in the Wehrmacht side. I can't say that. I don't really like the map myself. Just find it tiresome. And first engagement right here. What will Massimilian do? Will he be trying to engage the Volksgrenadiers head on, or no? He'll be ignoring the Volksgrenadiers. Alright, finally a bit of engagement, finally a bit of action. 2 minutes in. Volksgrenadiers moving towards the east, and more barbed wire to secure the heavy cover. Not an entirely bad idea. Further Volksgrenadiers arriving. Massimilian so far doing no attempts to really engage the Volksgrenadiers, try to perhaps flank them. Further Volksgrenadiers arriving, further riflemen arriving. However, shall this work out? Engineers in the east. Massimilian, there we go. Another line engagement. Volksgrenadiers caught out in the open. This could be it. Standing still, yes indeed. And Massimilian is not moving in his other riflemen to assist in the situation. Pioneers getting shot up. Massimilian, coordinate your troops. You could perhaps have done a bit more damage. Instead, you didn't really manage to do much. A bit of a waste. And another team of riflemen on the way. Engineers themselves wiring off there, and perhaps also there. Yes, indeed. Riflemen going to be engaged by Volksgrenadiers. Again, Massimilian could probably have been standing better had he decided to, engage the Volksgrenadiers with riflemen here as well. But no, instead they're running away. Oh, Massimilian, you're being much too passive right away. Much too passive. Engineers securing what they can, although this point has been rendered German, thus they can't get access to that fuel point. But taking what they can in the west. Volksgrenadiers apparently getting ready to move in there. And we're not seeing an MG42. or anything else. No, we are instead seeing a sniper, Scharfschütze, coming out of the Wehrmacht quarters. Engineers laying down a mine. Volksgrenadiers firing off further. Still no attempt at Massimilian to really launch an attack and put a stop to this nonsense. Mines, yes, Catorgie spotted the mining. Going down there, engineer gets sniped. Wire, good use of it. Yes, yes. Again, not the most aggressive fight right from the beginning. Volksgrenadiers hanging about in the center. Engineers sort of wary right there. And there's a bit of indecision right there. And Rifleman gets sniped, now of course being hunted down by lots of Volksgrenadiers, because again there's... Yeah, sorry for the sort of silence, but I'm not entirely sure what to say. I mean, it's a game that takes a bit of time picking up, getting into the action. Rifleman in the east, though, facing off against the Pioneers. MG42 could be flanked, but again, Massimilian just seems to be a lot more sort of dainty, sort of just taking his time and not really pushing through, being really aggressive enough, which is not really working in his favor. And of course, Catorgie, once he spotted the mine, of course, got some minesweepers, so that's went right out the window. But now holding the east, but losing the west, not really. And again, it all comes down to the fact that Massimilian is a bit too cautious and not aggressive enough, not really pushing any sort of advantage he could be gaining. Now going for the weapon support center, and running straight into an MG42. Could have in fact dealt with had he been a bit more aggressive, but again decided no, let's not try to exploit any sort of situation and see what's in here. No, let's just take some territory instead. And the sniper continues to snipe away. 5 kills so far. Rifleman will have to get out of there. Another down. Come on, Mr. Massimilian. And another down. Retreating. YB laying down there, but of course he needs that strategic point, otherwise he won't get anything out of that fuel. Oh dear, Massimilian. The larger picture. The larger picture, that's how you lose.
Losing ground out there. Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
MG42 advancing, covering the sniper. Sniper advancing. Center almost again clear, but now having of course to deal with here in the west. Massimilian is moving out once more. Not entirely sure he actually wants a sniper out from there. Engineer Rifleman apparently being forgotten there.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
Not entirely sure why they're hanging about there. I mean, he really needs to stop hanging about with those troops in such positions, and he needs to get moving. He needs to get attacking and putting on the pressure on Catorgie, who's now going straight for the Krieg barracks. We are seeing a supply yard now up from Massimilian. A bit too much of the logistics right away. I can't help but feel. Sniper is ready, who is the boogeyman we hear, or at least I hear. And sniper continues to snipe away. MG42 covering. Pioneers laying down mines. Medic pack on the sniper though. And Rifleman forced to retreat in the face of superior German firepower. So far not much luck. Massimilian again sort of too slow moving, not really keeping his opponent on the back foot, but instead in fact letting Catorgie actually dictate the fighting. Another MG42 up. Really digging in here, and Massimilian is not really doing anything to really keep him again sort of guessing or anything. Rather major problem so far with Massimilian. Volksgrenadiers out in the open, not taking too heavy losses, taking the fuel right in front of their noses. Good move there with the sniper, though he's not using him to snipe the troops. He's actually waiting to sort of lure in the German sniper and then snipe him. And that's rather one of the tricks to counter-sniping. Your opponent doesn't know you have a sniper. That's sort of one of the primary things behind that. Volksgrenadiers is a sniper in the east. Rifleman pulled away from there. Sniper advancing through the center. Pack 38 moving down there. Rifleman in Volksgrenadiers. MG42 sniped. Massimilian apparently decided to give away. MG42 being forced away actually. Bunker up.
Unit down.
Volksgrenadiers were
Losing
lost.
ground out there.
Pioneers and engineers engaging in the west. Sniper awfully close to the mines. Rifleman hit a mine, in fact, taking quite some losses. Rifleman securing the central victory point. Further rifleman moving out, and a tank depot out from Massimilian. He's apparently running something big. My apologies, I do have a cold. Bike now moving out, of course, realizing that there's a sniper, and of course, sniper retreats right in front of all of this. Not quite fortunate. Further rifleman arriving, central victory point is currently in the hands, and so is the eastern one. So far having a small advantage for Massimilian, of course, if he needs to. But he needs to push it through, and he of course needs to ensure this isn't really Wehrmacht territory. That's rather Catorgie's strong point, his Schwerpunkt, rather how he's centering all of his strategies and tactics. And of course that means that in some way or the other, Massimilian needs to crack it, or of course he needs to ensure that it doesn't really have much of an influence. But sadly so far, Massimilian has been rather dealing with that piecemeally and not really fully. Engineers under fire from an MG42, Pioneers advancing under the cover. Riflemen getting sniped. Tank depot still going up, lots of riflemen. Sniper moving out towards the center perhaps. Rifleman trying to knock out that bike. Sniper moving in, rifleman apparently not moving in to deal with it. Actually, they could probably do so. Volksgrenadiers now also moving in, rifleman much too passive. I mean, they could probably rush it, and now they are in fact doing it, but now it might be a bit too late. Silly Massimilian. Although the bike could be lost. Sniper retreats, bike also making out of there. Rifleman getting instantly suppressed. Sniper needs to get up close. And the mortar could also have done the trick, you know, for example, laying down smoke cover here. I mean, this would really be a great place to lay down smoke and just basically charge in and clear out the entire place. Riflemen forced away. Sniper advances. MG42 slowly pulling back.
We're losing ground out there.
Tank depot is up and running. In fact, it could call in a Sherman tank now, and there we go. Sniper advances, continuing the hunt. Pioneer sniped. Not entirely sure that's the way, although still awfully close to the mine. And now the bike is moving in on the hunt, right into a mess of American troops, firing away, dealing damage. So far, very defensive approach from Catorgie. Well, not entirely. He's still pushing on after having secured his Schwerpunkt. He's sort of probing outwards. And certainly trying to keep things here and here rather than extending himself too far, and thus allowing Massimilian a much easier time in actually attacking. So that's actually a good idea. Though at the same time Massimilian needs something to break through. Snipes the MG42, of course, renders his own sniper there. And of course Catorgie is not revealing that he has a sniper right there as well. Bike moves in. And there we go, actually sniping though, that was a bit unfortunate. Oh dear, American sniper needs a cloak.
Enemy units in territory from us.
And just barely makes it before the German sniper gets him through the face. Bike out. MG42 still covering. Oh, it's actually time to have a good look at Catorgie. And the tank moving out, M4 Sherman. Rifleman hanging about, not moving in as well. Looks like a small force is being prepared here in the east. Lots of engineers. Sniper sniping away. Rifleman advancing. And no, apparently the American sniper is still a bit fortunate. But this might soon be his end. And artillery going in on the medic bunker. No doctrine as of yet. Sniper pulling away. Sherman moves forwards, hits the mine though. No absolute minesweeper from Massimilian, much distressing. Pack 38 getting hit actually. Half track ready, but now getting blown to bits as well. Sturm Armory ready as well, in fact. Another bike out. And this medic bunker might soon be lost. Pack 38 getting ready. Bike advances. Massimilian, in fact, holds most of the map now. He holds the vital points. But he needs to repair that Sherman. He needs to get those engineers in and repair it as soon as possible. And he needs to perhaps lay down some mines so it becomes harder for Mr. Catorgie to actually retake this area. Another mine hit by Massimilian. Still no minesweepers. Volkswagen is forced away by the riflemen. Will Massimilian be pushing the advantage? Will he be trying to make this more easy to defend? Will he, for example, be cutting away some of this barbed wire, or at least crushing it with his tank? What will he be doing? Riflemen advancing once more. Bunker cancelled. Pack 38 opens up on the Sherman. Half-track once more gets hit. Riflemen suppressed. And the Sherman forced away. Keeps getting hit by that Pack 38. No attempt at calling in artillery on that Pack 38 when he actually had the riflemen close. That was actually a bit of a move right there. Had he done that, he could probably have ruined all of Catorgie's immediate attempts at getting out any sort of thing to stop that Sherman. But now it's actually going to be stopped quite nicely if it heads on. And no attempt at really removing the barbed wire so Massimilian could defend the area himself. And no mines either. That was really a wasted opportunity there. And that, of course, is something you never want to do, in particular when it was such a golden opportunity to make things a lot harder for Catorgie to take this back. This could easily be the game-turning moment where Massimilian loses because he wasn't able to turn the tables on Catorgie in the proper manner. Sniper moves about still. Sherman with a bit of barbed wire kill, but that's about it. American sniper, apparently a replacement one after the one which was lost, which I missed. And probably he could have used his manpower on something else, but no. No mortars or anything. German sniper still moves about with 20 kills. BAR's now up. Rifleman engaging right here. Volkswagen is with MP40, MP42. Stug going up against the Sherman. The 2nd Panzer Division has called in some armor. Well, some sort of armor, assault guns more specifically. Sherman taking quite a bit of fire. Pack 38 blasting away in support. Crew cleared out. Sherman needs to get out there. Rifleman getting shot up. Volkswagen is also taking some losses, but the riflemen are forced out fully. And some riflemen are hanging about here, but they could be pushing through in the west, but nothing is happening. Most distressing. Riflemen and engineers hanging about here, getting reinforced. No supplied upgrades or a medic bunker. That could certainly be nice. Sniper almost dead from a bike. Sherman keeps firing at the bike, but can't seem to hit at all. Pesky little bike. Stug advances once more. Sherman still quite damaged. Engineers moving forward to repair it. Bike needs to get the devil out of there. Stug moves in. Stug taking some damage. Shots bouncing off. Never quite penetrating. Bike apparently still has quite a bit of luck. Sniper also moving about. And American sniper moving out. Lots of riflemen, although quite wounded. Engineer sniped. Further engineers. Will they be repairing this Sherman? Come on, move it. And the German sniper rather sillily ran about, rather obviously, and got shot in the face. Pioneers forced away. German still getting repaired. Volkswagen is running bunker up again. Half-track getting repaired, and point being seized. Riflemen moving in.
We have 200 points.
Pioneers have to quickly get in. What will be going on? Pack 38 has been recruited by Volkswageners. Apparently some replacement Volkswageners have in fact been trained. Entry enough, no grenadiers. No more Sturmgeschütz. Half-track quite damaged, probably a sticky bomb. Further riflemen advancing, and right into an MG42. Apparently, oh, wait, there we go, a bit of artillery. Going to cause a bit of a mess. If it actually hits. You have to be a bit careful about placing it in places like that, although the MG43 in the east takes a bit of damage. Doesn't look like to be doing much damage, and it could. Nothing to the Pack 38, which is rather the main problem. MG42, though, still takes quite a bit of damage. Is forced to retreat. Bit of a waste of munitions then. Terror has been chosen by Catorgie. More armor coming out. A solid armor push could be what is needed if handled properly. Riflemen advancing. No MG42, or well, it is there, but it's a bit further away. Sniper opens up. Massimilian really needs to push the pressure, keep up the pressure, and he needs to get a mortar to really bombard the position, make it much harder for Catorgie to actually establish a defensive line. Bike once more moves in for the sniper. And the Sherman just keeps missing. And the bike once more escapes from the terror of the Sherman. Not quite helpful. Sherman in the west ready as well. Needs to perhaps move in a flank. Pack 38 opens up on the Sherman. Sherman pulls back. Rifleman in the east. Can't help but feel that Massimilian is never really pushing any sort of advantage when he finally has one. They were still holding most of the victory points. In fact, Catorgie down to less than 200. Right, engineer suppressed. Move in that Sherman to assist the first one, you tosser. Come on. Sherman slightly pulling back. Still not anything out of that Western Sherman, thus a waste of resources. MG42 moving up, BAR left behind. Oh dear, oh dear. And now veterancy on the way. A Kampfkraft center has been constructed. Riflemen suppressed by the MG42. Massimilian is still acting like as though he's in Britain, in the Commonwealth. And not really pushing any sort of advantage. Not trying to attack, not trying to flank. Not trying anything. And it's most distressing to see.
Veterancy gained.
Riflemen in the west. Come on, Massimilian. Push. Push, damn you, push. Volkswagen is securing the eastern victory point. Sherman upgunned now, you can see there. Much larger one. Medic station going up. Still no aggression, you still need that last bit. Volkswagen is getting shot up. BAR picked up. And a bit of movement here in the west, but still no greater movement, no greater attempt at crushing through, no mortars. Damn it. Pack 38 actually pulling back. Western points being taken. But still our American friend is being much too passive. But let us go have a look. What is the mid-game situation? Time for the mid-game analysis. Yes, indeed. Currently, well, Massimilian had slightly the advantage. In fact, in victory points, he still has it. But he's not really pushing any sort of advantage. He's not trying anything. He's just sort of passive, sort of, well, what do I do? I mean, it's not like I have some sort of mortar weapon which could lay down continuous bombardment on my enemy's position and perhaps also lay down some smoke to thus obfuscate my opponent's line of sight and thus make it harder for him to hit me as I'm attacking, and thus allowing me a greater opportunity to flank and charge through. No, nothing like that at all. He's not really trying through here. I mean, he's just sort of hanging about with several tanks, lots of riflemen, and he's not pushing through. I mean, goodness heaven, he's not getting a supply yet upgrade either, which he would probably also be needing by now, in fact. Yes, indeed, quite a bit of upkeep going in there, but he's not really using it. He also has a howitzer ready, but there's not much use of that. Medic bunker up, we'll probably be seeing a repair bunker there next. Catorgie, on the other hand, while still being pressured, is still holding up decently. I mean, he's not quite under the same pressure. He's slowly advancing, has his Schwerpunkt right there, the strong point where he basically operates everything else, and he's basically keeping Massimilian back, pushing outwards at his leisure. He's basically dictating the entire fight, and Massimilian's not, and that's rather the problem for the American. I mean, the ultimate goal in any sort of fight is to basically dictate it, thus meaning you always hold the advantage. You can decide when and where. And rather, Massimilian is constantly giving that up. He's constantly saying to Catorgie, hey, decide the fight, play how you will, I'll just play along. That's not how you want to do it. You want to be attacking, you want to be deciding how to fight, and Mr. Massimilian is not doing that at all, and that's rather the main thing you always ought to be doing as the Americans. Sure, you should be doing it as all sides, but it's really important as the Americans, as soon as you let the Wehrmacht dictate the fight, you're going to be having a lot harder to actually follow along, because the Wehrmacht plays a very, very complicated tune involving lots of tanks, lots of jackboots, and none of which the Americans have. But let's return to the fight. Let us see how this will go. Mines being laid down by the Americans now. Not entirely sure why there.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Still no attempt at actually attacking, breaking through. Trier center now up. Supply and upgrade, about damn time. Otherwise, nothing else. Very quiet. Very silent. A few riflemen in the east. And Sturmgeschütz 1 with veterancy. Or Sturmgeschütz with veterancy 1. Sturmgeschütz 3, of course. And Sherman moving in. Will they also be moving from the southern Sherman? No. Wait. There we go. And we are seeing the battle phase has been reached. Half track has been upgraded with the Wurfrahmen. Sherman gets quite damaged, hits a mine, probably gets hit with quite a bit of everything else. And runs right into the middle of everything else. So upgraded guns firing at the Stooks. Artillery hits nothing, trying to hit mobile units. That's less than effective. You probably in those cases you're actually using it on strong points, like say if you find a pack, blast that away, or the MB42. Don't try to hit Stooks. Sherman pulls away, the other Sherman keeps firing away at the flanks. Sherman lost though. The Stooks were too much. Will this Sherman actually secure a kill for Uncle Sam? No, it misses. Rangers ready. Sherman needs to pull out. In the east, Riflemen are facing off against Volksgrenadiers, but they're getting, oh dear, absolutely slaughtered by the MP40 equipped Volksgrenadiers, who were in heavy cover while the Riflemen were not quite less fortunate. Sherman away. Not looking good for Massimilian. And yes, med packs help as well. And heavy cover, for example, and of course standing out in the open. Volksgrenadiers advancing through the center.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Medics picking up the wounded. We'll be seeing Rangers coming in to perhaps turn this fight around. Riflemen under fire from the Sturmgeschütz. Once more. The Stuka-Sufus fires, although that was apparently also the nickname for the Panzer, although that was probably a lot more ironically meant. As per that period of the war, the German soldier had a tendency of getting very sarcastic. Heavy armored car moving in against the Riflemen. Riflemen running away in terror of the armored car. Schwere Panzerspähwagen. And looks like things are really falling apart for Massimilian now, having rather given up the initiative repeatedly. He's not really holding much. And Catorgie is now really holding the advantage, I suppose, although he's still not really pushing onwards. Perhaps not feeling quite ready. Volksgrenadiers forced away, Riflemen taking the victory point here if they can. MG42 covering immediately. Riflemen stopped in the business. Pioneers swing about here. Sherman getting repaired. And the heavy armored car moving into deal as well. Point rendered neutral. And the pioneers were actually killed. Hooray for the Sherman, I suppose. And looks like we are seeing our howitzer going up. 105mm howitzer. Ready to bombard the crap positions. Engineers forced away by that. Heavy armored car as well. 4 kills so far.
Our forces are taking casualties.
And finally, actually seems Grenadiers, but that might actually be from the medic bunker. Another half track arriving. Might also be seeing the Stuka-Sufus.
Ready for battle.
And there we go. Howitzer firing, but at what? Rifleman getting blasted to bits by the Stuka. Firing at the bunker, apparently.
Construction detail. Our work is done here.
Not quite managing much. Killing some engineers. Or pioneers, sending them into the river. Nasty that. German armor advances. Riflemen facing off against some Grenadiers. Sturmgeschütz moving in to support. No veterancy 2 for the Sturmgeschütz though. A bit peculiar that. That could certainly help against all those Riflemen.
Munitions point under attack.
Riflemen charging right into the mess, trying to sticky bomb the Stooks, but get quite gunned down, gutted, murdered, massacred.
This war is gonna win.
Now we are seeing hand grenades coming up for the barracks for the Riflemen. Might help a bit, but then again, he probably should have gotten those earlier. Stook hit. And Sherman facing off against 2 Stooks. That's the last thing you actually want. Now exposing the rear, not quite what you want either. Sherman takes quite a bit of damage. Grenadiers right in front of the Sherman. Taking some losses. And the rockets keep flying. Probably at that howitzer. No. Apparently just at the base. Doing not an awful lot of damage. Sherman needs to turn its front. Grenadiers taking heavy losses. So is the heavy armored car. We just gained Veterans 1. Pack 38 also advancing, although right into the artillery fire. That's one of the less good ideas. In fact, one gunner gets killed right there. Full Grenadiers riflemen facing off in the east. Med packs for the Full Grenadiers again. By this time they're actually losing. Riflemen are in fact in heavy cover as well. And the Full Grenadiers are in fact much too close. Full Grenadiers forced to retreat. Riflemen pinned down by quite heavy machine gun fire.
Front shifting. Krauts are grabbing territory.
There we go, Full Grenadiers away. Bike moving in.
Objective secure. Take cover!
Sturmgeschütz getting repaired. Armored car moving in to deal with those riflemen. One victory point still in the hands of Massimilian, but he's ever so surely losing any advantage he might have had. While the forces of the 116th Panzer Division grows ever stronger. Armored car dealing with the riflemen right there. Riflemen being forced away. Sturmgeschütz advancing. Something nasty in mind, I wager. Riflemen trying to lay down a mine right in front of them. That's one of the less good ideas. And once more the rockets fly through the air.
Base is taking fire.
Not hitting an awful lot. Killing a few men, but about a bit. Not entirely sure what he's trying to actually hit with the howitzer right here. He just seems to be firing blindly, actually. Which, as you might have guessed, isn't really helping him. He probably ought to be using it, you know, on the offense to sort of keep the defenders oppressed, to keep him down, to make him less able to react. But sadly that isn't happening. Instead, he's losing engineers right in the west. More packs actually getting out for Catorgie of the 116th.
We're losing a fuel sector.
Sherman advances, forcing the pioneers away, but he needs more Shermans. Another one is in fact on the way. And the Sherman comes under quite a bit of fire. Sturmgeschütz and pack firing away with glee. So. Grenadiers hanging about.
105 ready. Just point us at him.
There we go with another Sherman. Bike advances ever slowly. Will the Sherman get it? Nope. No such luck. And looks like the Germans are getting ready for something sneaky again. Rockets once more flying through the air. Oh, it's cleared out. The crew is on fire. MG42 actually getting flanked. My goodness, good job there, Massimilian. Riflemen getting slaughtered, but grenades are flying at the Germans, thus forcing a full retreat. Good move there. And and there we go. Catorgie is reacting, but ever so slowly. Will he now be trying something here as well? Come on, recruit that Sherman, charge through the center and blast some. Recruit that howitzer and blast some stuff here, but no. Apparently he's quick to get out of there. They will really follow up with something else. 2 Stooks against a Sherman. Veterans 1 for the Stooks. This shall not end well for that Sherman. Except the Sturmgeschütz apparently cannot hit at all. Alright, there we go. And the second Sherman is in fact advancing. Howitzer is not being recruited at all. And in fact, Volkswagen is now advancing into the west, securing the last of the victory points for Massimilian. Sherman going up against one of those. Half-tracked. Another Sherman being forced away here in the east. The Sturmgeschütz is on the hunt. Mine is in fact hit, damaging the engine of one of the Stugs. Half-tracks keep being hunted by the Sherman. Second Sherman pulling back here. And the Hauter still not. And now he gets a bloody mortar.
Our forces are taking casualties.
I mean, now it's much too late to actually get a mortar, yet now he apparently decides he needs one. Christ. Sherman runs into another Pack 38. One half-track goes out of control.
Enemy unit down.
Sherman needs to get away. And another Sherman lost, caught between two Pack 38s. How to clear it out, not even recruit. Tragic. Stu gets sticky bombed. Another Sherman on the way.
Front lines are collapsing.
West is lost as well. Things are completely collapsing for Massimilian now. Mortar rounds flying through the air.
We have 300 points left. Reinforcements available. Germans are seizing territory.
Off-map combat group could save Massimilian, or at least buy him some time if he gets the right one. If he gets a lot of HMGs, he's probably... oh dear, that... never mind that. Königstiger is ready. The King Tiger has arrived. Massimilian probably doesn't have a lot of time left then.
Enemy unit down.
Lots of artillery going right into the base. Sturmgeschütz is also there. Engineers hiding inside a building but getting shot up by everything else present. And the last engineer did not make it. Rifleman trying to move through here, but getting stopped by an MG42 in the Pedlevsky building. Volksgrenadier is also firing away, or at least one Volksgrenadier is firing away. Off-map combat group very soon ready. Artillery getting called in on the remains, and there we go. Off-map combat group is ready. Anti-tank gun mortar. Some riflemen. Oh dear, that wasn't quite what was needed. Sticky bomb on the Stug. Mortar ready to fire. Immobilize Stug. Hooray, hooray. But this is looking pretty bad. Another Stug immobilized. Rifleman advancing. Puma's getting blasted away. Sturmgeschütz still immobile. Might actually get knocked out by those mortars. And so might that heavy armored car actually. Or at least by an anti-tank gun. Heavy armored car out of control. And the Sturmgeschütz is gone as well. Hooray! But the King Tiger is still there.
Allies are down to 200.
Weapon supports and they're almost down. Well, let's speed this up. And another Stug down. Heavy armored car could be knocked out as well. There we go. King Tiger still hanging about, having a bit of fun, although completely unsupported. Anti-tank gun not really doing much. Further artillery on the American base. Well, what remains of it. Come on, move that anti-tank gun, you. Get. Oh well. Another attempt right here, but once more running into an MG42. Well, let's see if he actually pulls together anything. King Tiger advances right into a anti-tank gun with Infantry 2 firing away. And then gets sniped by several German snipers. Apparently, Catorgie is just pushing the advantage right there.
Observation posts report. report we are losing a sector.
Riflemen trying to move in to clear out those snipers. A brave move. But forced retreat forces those away. Anti-tank gun keeps firing away. No off-map combat groups. Instead, he's calling in another tank. I actually think an off-map combat group would have been a better choice right there. Anti-tank gun cleared out.
We're at 100 points and dropping.
And sticky bombs on the King Tiger. Anti-tank gun fires away again. False gunners and grenadiers charges in. Anti-tank gun cleared out.
Base is under attack.
And the Sherman moving with a very distinct purpose towards the west. Not entirely sure why. Of course, to take back the victory point, but I'm not entirely sure why that's important now, since the base is getting leveled. MG-42 gunner fires away pointlessly at the large American tank. Sniper killed. Riflemen moving in against that half-track.
Base is under attack.
Sniper on the run, Riflemen advancing.
Allies are down.
Grenades on the German infantry. The King Tiger still there, still prowling, still quite a threat. Shoots away at the American infantry, forcing them into the dirt at least temporarily. Anti-tank gun recruit. Sherman running straight into Pack 38 fire. Apparently Massimilian does not learn, for whatever reasons. Trying to flank the Pack 38, and there we go. King Tiger could get sticky bomb. Rifleman moves towards the east, but there is a MG-42 covering. Oh dear. And Pack 38 actually gets to turn around to deal with the Sherman, but then the Sherman actually moves about. Rifleman ignoring the King Tiger almost. Seems a bit odd.
Our forces are
Not
taking
looking good at
casualties.
all. Riflemen slaughtered. Forced retreat.
Enemy unit down.
And there we go. The anti-tank gun is cleared out. Artillery on the American base. Oh dear. Right. Another off-map combat group. There we go. Game over for the Americans, the 1st Infantry Division. Lost the fight against the 116th Panzer Division right here in this wrecked train assembly area, in this wrecked industrial area. And whatever can we learn from this fight? Well, I think the main problem for Massimilian was basically he was much too timid. He wasn't really pressing the German player much when he actually could have. And when he actually held this area, which was basically where the German player was organizing all of his defenses, he did absolutely nothing with it. He didn't clear out the wire. He didn't lay down mines to make it harder for the German to move attack in. And that was really where I think he might have lost the game completely, actually, when he did fail to do that. Otherwise, I mean, he could have gotten a mortar earlier, but he didn't. He could have got that. He could have smoked things up. He could have bombarded. He could have kept the German constantly on the back foot with that as well, but it didn't quite happen. So many things which just simply didn't quite happen. They were almost there, but then for some reason Massimilian lacked the courage, or just the insight to really push through. And that is something he needs to work on. He just needs to be a bit more aggressive. He needs to sort of keep trying to find weaknesses and sort of try to attack from all points, and that's rather what he didn't quite manage. On the other hand, Catorgie, who was penned in, still managed to do right with a strong point and sort of just force his way ever slowly through, and then just will grind the American down, basically. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.